Good morning. It's Vijay here. Today is Friday, 20th September 2024. Welcome to yet another episode of a pre-market commentary. Today we will discuss what has happened yesterday in the Indian markets as well as what is going to happen in the Indian market as well as global markets. Yesterday was a very crucial day, and you see the day before yesterday, the Fed came up with their 50 basis point cut. The markets were very volatile and closed lower in US. Yesterday, we opened higher. We went up to 25,600, a new high for Nifty. Bank Nifty almost did a double top. But what happened was that the small cap, mid cap, micro cap, all of them came down through the day, including Nifty and Bank Nifty. So if you really, I'll go back to the charts a little later, but first let me finish the commentary. And the title of today's topic is "The Blue Chips Make a Comeback." So the Nifty and Bank Nifty closed in the green, while the other indices closed in the red. And across the board, PSE stocks and many other stocks, which were highly valued and which were heroes of the since the beginning of this year, all dropped dead. I'm doing a special session, the weekend session this evening, where I talk about why this is likely to be the most hated bull market in many years. The most hated bull market. So that for the special session in the evening today. And let's just run back to what happened. So small caps, mid cap did recover, but still it was in the red. Nifty Bank, again led by Kotak Bank, which is generally a dud stock, but that became the blue chip. AU Bank has been doing very well. So that was one really an outstanding feature of yesterday's movement. FMCG closed higher, but ITC struggled. Mostly it was liquor and sugar stocks. So UBL did very well, and Balrampur Chini, the leader in sugar stocks, did well. So Realty also did well, and PSU Bank was the biggest sector loser, which PNB, IOB was down. Now, what did FIS and DIS do? FIS again came to sell. This is probably the second day in last 10 days when they've been selling. So I don't know exactly what stocks they sold because blue chips were very strong. Probably they sold in the mid caps, mostly public sector enterprises, railways, defense, and some other high profile stocks. So, and pharma also did not do too well. IT was the biggest loser yesterday. The TCS did badly, but we have bought TCS because we think you can't keep a good stock down, especially with Infosys having turned around and closing in the positive. So what happened overnight was a complete reversal of what happened day before yesterday. Dow Jones was 500 points plus, S&P closed nearly 100 points, Nasdaq closed 500 points, FTSE, DAX, CAC, every one of them did extraordinarily well, with DAX hitting an all-time high. Dow Jones hit an all-time high, so that was really a very buoyant market across the board buying, whether it is in banks there, private sector banks. Of course, they don't have public sector. So it was very good. The Brent has actually gone up, but this morning it's showing as if it is down. But Brent has moved from 69 to 74. Gold created an all-time high, about 2,600. Silver came back strongly. Copper, every one of them did very well. Across the globe, across all asset classes, did extraordinarily well yesterday, even though we had a lackluster day vis-a-vis what happened. We followed the US markets, for instance. US markets had a lackluster day, day before yesterday, when they announced the 50 basis point. So today is a very important day for Japan. The Japan Central Bank is going to decide on interest rates. That will come later in the afternoon for them, which means by around 10:30, 11, we'll get to know. I expect them to hold rates steady because globally all central bankers are easing. So it's very unlikely that Japan will tighten. So at best, they could hold. So if they loosen, then it is something of a surprise. I don't think that will happen so easily. But if they loosen, then God help the bears. I mean, the markets will simply take off. As it is yesterday, Japan did The Nikkei went up about 700 points, and today also it's up above 700 points. So that is the important thing. Then the other thing about ECB president will deliver some the IMF's address, the lecture, but that is not so important. What is important is the other event, which is the FTSE and Sensex rebalancing flows. They will come in. Adjustment will be reflected on the exchanges on Monday. So there will be a lot of volatility in a few stocks which are getting rebalanced by the end of the day. Bank of England maintained the key interest rate. The inflation is still there. So I don't think they are going to reduce interest rates so easily. Whereas ECB has already done it twice. Now, what is the brokerage reports talk about? Macquarie on metal. You see the contrast between two large broking reports on a particular sector. Macquarie is bullish, and they expect Hindalco to lead the rally among metals. In fact, the aluminum producers are leading it, whereas the steel producers like SAIL and Tata Steel are not doing too well. Even yesterday, they did not do well. Whereas Morgan Stanley has got exactly an opposite view of Macquarie. They talk of steel stocks have underperformed and they will continue to underperform. They have a sell rating across the board, including Tata Steel and SAIL. So they expect some domestic risk is there. Today, as far as ban on trade for the F&O traders, you have Biocon, Nalco. Nalco did well. PNB, RBL Bank, GNFC, Birlasoft, Granules. These are the regular stocks which are there in ban. They get in, get out, get in, get out. So SAIL, it's a regular feature. Biocon generally struggles in their price movement because of this ban, and I wish they change it, but the rules are rules, so we have to follow them. Today, an important announcement that came about yesterday was IIFL Finance, that RBI had put restriction, and there was a lot of selling on that stock for quite some time. Today, I think it will be in the news. I think it will open positive and also do well. The bad news was for the telecom companies like Vodafone. Idea struggled yesterday, and in fact, it lost 15%. It closed below the price on which they sold to the large institutions. So it's now it is sub 11. So one of the premier brokerages talked of the price going below 5 and as low as 2. So I don't know whether it'll go to 2, but that is something which we need to get concerned about. And if you look at what is happening, the indices, the other indices, as I mentioned, Nikkei is up 780 points, and okay, that is one. Sorry, yeah, Nikkei is up by about 780 points. The dollar index is flat, and Hong Kong is up about close to. It is somewhere close to close to what is that? It's closed about 256 points. So today the Gift Nifty is talking about opening about 37 points higher. I don't trust Gift Nifty so much, but whatever it is, I think today the blue chips will continue to go up. I think Reliance could be a dark horse today, because Reliance is a beneficiary of a problem in a Vodafone or a Bharti. Remember that Reliance is also a big player in the telecom. In fact, they're the biggest player, whereas they're also in refineries. So they benefit from all sides. And so Bank Nifty, I think, will continue to scale new heights. I think we should see the new highs coming, new all-time highs coming very soon. So that is as far as the market is concerned. So today one can trade on the long side again, is what I feel. We are at least doing that. We have a list of 25 stocks. Out of that, we pick up 10 or 12 stocks on an intraday basis, and then get in and try to go in sync with the market. We select those kind of stocks, hopefully. Yesterday we failed in a few stocks in terms of intraday, but we felt it was good, so we have taken delivery of for instance TCS or L&T. We believe that they have a future. In the short term, I think they should be going up, especially TCS. I don't think TCS is going to remain lower. But please note, whatever I talk about stocks, whatever I talk about market, it is not a recommendation, since I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. But this is what I do, and I have skin in the game, and therefore I mention whatever it is. Kindly tune into this evening's episode. I think it is interesting. I will show you charts. I'll show you comparative charts as why this is likely to be the most hated bull market. I'll compare it with 2018-19. I'll compare it with 2007-8, and you will see why one should be concerned about the entire market and focus on only the blue chips which have made a comeback, especially HDFC Bank, and that should take the market higher and higher, in my opinion. At least it will follow the global markets. So whatever you do today, hope you have a lovely trading day. Thank you for joining.